Rah Ali gets into it at the airport in Paris. This whole situation has been dragging out for over 7 years since they got into that big old brawl and that altercation back in 2018 at New York Fashion Week between Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Rah Ali. And it has just been dragging on ever since. It's getting old. You women are older now. Y'all have children now. Y'all have families now. When are y'all gonna find a resolution to this beef that y'all have? I have found that typically when it involves women that can't get along, you'll always find that there's somebody, at least one person in your inner circle, that is pulling strings. They'll typically go back and forth with this gossip, talking about the other person, getting you riled up, and you're taking their word for it, and it's making you angry. And so it creates drama. But if you take a look at the people that is around you and ask yourself, did somebody tell me something about this person that made me upset? 9 times out of 10, that is probably not even the truth. To find a resolution for their issue, get them into one room.
Cardi B did not use the speaker to strike Rah Ali in the head, child. You all heard me correctly. Cardi B claims that she and Rah Ali had an altercation in the Paris airport. You must be aware of what is going on in order to comprehend the entire Cardi and Rah Ali issue. Tensions were high as a result of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj's back and forth. Now, keep in mind that this is 2017 to 2018. In case anyone is unaware, Rah Ali is a media celebrity and Nicki's pal. In addition to Cardi, she has appeared on Love and Hip Hop. So let us fast forward. Remember, we are still in 2018, okay? Okay, so this is at the main event of Fashion Week, the Harper's Bazaar Icon Party. Thus, Cardi B, Nicki, and Rah Ali were present. Okay, so Cardi B goes to Nicki Minaj's place. The back and forth between these two and all of that online has irritated her. Since you are all aware of Cardi's personality, she will want to speak with you personally about the matter. However, Rah Ali is right there and becomes involved when she notices what is going to happen. This is where things become complicated, since the accounts of what transpired next are entirely different on both sides. According to the account given by Nicki and Rah Ali, Rah intervened when Cardi attacked Nicki violently, and the two ended up fighting. Rah allegedly punched her 8 or 9 times while holding her head, according to Nicki's Queen Radio claim. She claimed that Cardi was so severely beaten by Rah that even she felt guilty about it. Cardi's version, however, is very different. She claims that Rah Ali has never physically assaulted her, and she keeps asking where the video is. She argued that there should be video evidence if Rah Ali actually whooped her as they allege, given the several cameras present at the event. Cardi now insisted that security, not Rah Ali, was to blame for her injuries. Recall that Cardi had a large, ancient knot on her head, but she had been saying that Rah Ali had not placed it there and that it was a security measure. However, we are all aware that Cardi exited the party barefoot, her clothing ripped, and a knot visible on her forehead. However, there is still disagreement over how she got that knot. In order to support their version of events, Nicki has now offered $100,000 for security footage. However, that video was never made public, which Cardi used as evidence that their story was false. As a result, this became a he says, she says issue for years afterward. Cardi was beaten by Rah Ali, according to Nicki's side. Cardi continued to reject everything, claiming that they were lying to improve their own image. Now, let us fast forward to 2025 once more. The ish was never resolved, okay? Cardi and Nicki are still at odds and cannot stand one another. As a result, 2 very different versions of what actually transpired that night circulated for 7 years. Cardi saw Rah Ali in the private lounge when passing through the airport a few days ago while she was in Cannes for her album cover shoot. Cardi felt it was time to deal with the unresolved concerns and situations that had been between these two for 7 years. In her own words, she threw a JBL speaker at Rah when she approached her. Rah's rendition is entirely different now. Although she never claimed to have thrown a speaker at Cardi, she claims that she began cursing and hurling shoes, bags, and everything else she could find when she saw her in the airport. Rah also said that she made an effort to maintain her composure and that she simply continued telling Cardi how foolish she looked. She did the same thing at Harper's Bazaar, so it is incredibly hilarious that she felt Cardi looked foolish cutting up in the airport. Thus, I will first play what Rah Ali claimed occurred, and then I will play what Cardi B claimed occurred. I thus ask that you listen to all sides and let me know what you think about this madness. After 7 years, do you think Cardi B will finally get her lick back? What are your thoughts on Rah Ali's response? Please listen and share your thoughts in the comments section.
I'm watching her, remember? So I'm looking right at her. She goes to her security and she says to him, that's whatever she says to him. I see him lean over like this and she's telling him in his ear. So now, once she informs him that I'm there, you got me f***ed up. You got me. Like, immediately she starts yelling and cursing and screaming. Oh, what's up? What's up? What? Yeah, you thought I was gonna get my lick back? What you thought? What you thought? You on the internet talk about how you? Now, one thing and so she was like, yeah, you wanna? So I looked at her and I said, yo, you look so stupid. Because we're in France.
So we're in the airport.
In the airport, but in France. We're not in the airport in the States. So, because she's yelling and she's screaming. And it was like, girl, grow up. She's like, grow up, grow up. You think that I was just like, you look so stupid. You sound stupid. You look stupid. You got to chill. She takes her shoes off. She starts throwing her shoes.
Really?
She starts throwing her bags. I don't know. She starts throwing her bags. She's yelling to the top of her lungs. Now, of course, now the airport people are coming over. And I'm like, this is just so goofy. And, you know, ultimately the end result was nothing. Just a bunch of just making us look stupid as black people.
And whatever. And I turn around and I literally see this woman. She's in a wheelchair and she looked like in distress or something. Like she looked in distress. So I looked at her. I couldn't even believe my eyes because I feel like I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I couldn't even believe my eyes. And I can't believe I'm in France. And this is happening all there and then. So this woman is in a wheelchair and I look at her and I said, you good? And she said, I don't feel well. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I told my security, and let me tell you something about my security. I know that you guys see him in pictures. I know that you guys think, but me and my security been my security already for like 6 years. And like my security is a big crip. You know what I'm saying? So his opinion to me matters. Not even his opinion, but it's like, I will never like to look pussy in front of my security because I feel like if I do some pussy shit, I know my security gonna be like, bitch, you're pussy. Because that's the type of relationship that we have. So I told my security, right? I'm like, yo, this chick is right behind me. Like and he's like, oh my God, like she's in a wheelchair. So I asked him, what should I do? Because at the end of the day, we are in France. And you know what? It would have been really easy for me to just snuff her in a wheelchair. But I'm like, yo, what should I do? Because we're in France and I'm about to, we in Cannes and I'm about to fly to Paris to shoot my album content. Everybody's waiting for me. But either way, so we are in France and we're going to go to jail. So he was like, you know what? Let's catch her upstairs in the lounge because the TSA that we went to is a TSA that you go through and then you go upstairs to a private lounge. And you know, like you in a private lounge, you could go to the bathroom, you could do whatever the fuck you practically want in the lounge. So I'm like, that's where I'm gonna catch her at. Like that's where I'm gonna pop it off. So, and yes, I know that I'm grown. I know that I'm grown and I shouldn't have that mentality. But let's be fucking for real. If I wouldn't have said nothing and if I would have been an adult, she would have came online and would have been like, oh, I saw Cardi B and she didn't do nothing. She's pussy. And on top of that, I don't care what it is. Your security, no, your friend's security and you attacked me. Y'all grabbed me. No, the security grabbed me and you attacked me. And if you thought I was gonna let that shit fly, you out of your fucking mind. Like I can't die on this earth. I can't live and die knowing that somebody put their hands on me and I never did nothing back. Like, bitch, I'm from the Bronx, you from the Bronx. You know what's up. So anyways, I'm on the line and I'm waiting because I know she has to go upstairs to the lounge and we go into the lounge and it's like, all right, that's where we're going to handle our business. Because I know she's aware that we in cons and I'm aware that I'm in cons. Like, ain't nobody trying to go to jail. So I'm on the line and now I see that she's stood up now. Now she's not in the wheelchair. Now she's standing, but she's staring at me. Like she's staring at me, like literally staring at me. She's not getting her eyes off of me. So now I'm already thinking to myself, like, it's like, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. We're about to fight right now because she looking at me like she wanted. So that's when I start arguing with her. And like, I start arguing with her and she's just telling me like, you need to grow up, like be for real, grow up. So that's when I threw a JBL speaker on her head and she said, you feel better about yourself? And then she's like, she's acting like now she's gonna fight. Like, but she wasn't being like aggressive. She was like, oh, okay, now, because I guess she was sick. I don't know what was wrong with her. So then I guess my security is like, like now he in between both of us, because now the police is really coming. Like they're really rushing to the part of the airport. And she was saying, "You feel good now? Like you good? That's what you wanted?" And I kept saying, "Yeah, that's what I wanted. Of course I'm gonna get my lick back." And you know that I'm not lying because she practically saying it herself. I don't know why you said that I was throwing a shoe, and why you not saying that you got hit in the head with your with whatever. But you know what? Whatever. At the end of the day, you know I'm not lying because even herself said, "You thought I wasn't gonna get my leg back." I wouldn't have said that if it was just me arguing with her. I wouldn't have said that if a shoe went flying somewhere. You know, I said you got. I said I got my leg back. You because you got hit, and you know what? I'm good. I wish we could have like fight and like yeah, you're right. I wish we could have fight to the end because I need to. I need to die knowing. I need to die knowing that I don't give a fuck how old we are. But at the end of the day, that was good enough for me. Like that was good enough for me. I honestly cannot believe that you came online and talk about that because that's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing, but you know what? I guess it's good traction, good story. It is what it is though. And I'm glad. And you know what? Now that I got my leg back and you hear me and I hear you, um, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like it is true. Like we are older, we are mothers. You're in your 40s, I'm in my 30s. But I wasn't gonna let you go back and report to your boss and say that I ain't do shit. Cause I never been pussy. One thing about me, I know I'm very small. I'd rather get beat up 30 million times than a bitch ever say that I'm pussy. I'm never pussy. I don't give a fuck how much bigger than you are.
Rah Ali gets into it at the airport in Paris. This whole situation has been dragging out for over 7 years since they got into that big old brawl and that altercation back in 2018 at New York Fashion Week between Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Rah Ali. And it has just been dragging on ever since. It's getting old. You women are older now. Y'all have children now. Y'all have families now. When are y'all going to find a resolution to this beef that y'all have? I have found that typically when it involves women that can't get along, you'll always find that there's somebody, at least one person in your inner circle, that is pulling strings. They'll typically go back and forth with this gossip, talking about the other person, getting you riled up, and you're taking their word for it, and it's making you angry. And so it creates drama. But if you take a look at the people that is around you and ask yourself, did somebody tell me something about this person that made me upset? 9 times out of 10, that is probably not even the truth. To find a resolution for their issue, get them into one room, just the two of them, get them into a room and let them talk, because 9 times out of 10 that truth is going to start coming out and they'll see where the lies started. But they're not going to, because this is the industry that we're talking about. This is what sells music. This is what makes money for them. They want to keep this drama going. They want to see these two women at odds. But it's about being mature. You have children now. And the best thing that y'all can do is have a conversation, and at the end of it, see if there was something that was started between y'all just purely for the mess. I feel like this beef between both of these women were done strategically on purpose. I feel like there's people all the way at the top in the music industry that do not like Nicki Minaj, and they're going to whatever degree they can to get rid of her. And if it wasn't going to be Cardi B, it was going to be somebody else. If you cannot get behind this message of maturity, two women talking out their issue, you are part of the problem. So don't go getting in my comments, want to argue about it. I'm not even going to respond to you guys at this point. I am a mature woman in my early 40s, and I feel like these two women can resolve their issues if they just shut out all the noise. So if you can't get behind that message, it's because you're messy yourself, and I'm not going to sit and argue with you online. I got too much stuff to do. So this is my message. I approve it whether you do or don't. I hope that these two women can sit and talk it out. Like I said, I feel like it's just a bunch of mess at the end of it.
Cardi B been told us if she and she got beef, then they got beef forever. So Cardi B finally caught up to Rah Ali in an airport in Cannes, France, of all places. Long story short, Cardi ended up throwing a JBL speaker and hit Rah with it. Now Cardi acknowledges like she knows she's grown. She completely understands she's grown. She's a mother of 3 kids now. But she said how she grew up, like she couldn't leave this earth knowing that somebody snuck her and she didn't get no lick back. Now I will say this. Love Cardi down. Definitely a part of Barty Gang. I do wish Cardi would have just paid it because I'm one of them people who's like, okay, you're Cardi B. Like you are a huge deal in the entertainment industry. I would have preferred if she went the route of, get one of her friends to, do they big one on Raw. But like she said, that's just how she grew up. So can't fault her for that. I am happy she got her lick back.
Rah Ali still being a scary girl that was once on Black Ink, getting her head knocked between the washer and dryer by Sky. Because why her and Cardi B just saw each other in the airport? Mind you, Rah Ali is in a wheelchair at this time. This was like 2-3 days ago, I want to say. Because Cardi was over there doing like promo for her album. So Cardi didn't know that it was Rah Ali at this time. And Rah Ali security rolled her right up to where Cardi B was standing at. So Cardi B was like, oh, what's wrong with you? And Rah was like, oh, nothing, I just don't feel good. This was before, once again, Cardi knew who this was. Because who really know who Rah Ali is these days? Let's be for real. But once she found out who she was, Cardi went over to her security, talked to her security, was like, let me tell y'all what I'm about to do. And then after that, she turned up. She was like, yeah, you thought I wasn't gonna get my lick back, blah, blah, blah. And Rah Ali was like, oh my God, you look so stupid. I thought you was bad about it, Miss Rah Ali. I thought you was bad about it. Why you being scary now? Like, why did you think that Cardi wasn't going to get her lick back? So that resulted in Rah Ali getting chopped with a JBL speaker, and I don't feel bad for her. Because y'all know when Cardi and the pink wig lady had that altercation and security held Cardi down, Rah Ali snuck her, so that's what you get. Karma is a bitch.